Good day, everyone. This is another opportunity at this platform for our usual prayer meeting. Today's prayer meeting is based on deliverance from the scheme of men. Our scripture reading is found in the book of Acts, chapter number 23, verses 11 through 24. I read, "That night the Lord stood near him and said, 'Keep up your courage, for just as you have testified for me in Jerusalem, so you must bear witness also in Rome.' In the morning the Jews joined in conspiracy and bound themselves by an oath, neither to eat nor drink until they had killed Paul. There were more than 40 who joined in this conspiracy. They went to the chief priests and elders and said, 'We have strictly bound ourselves by an oath to taste no food until we have killed Paul. Now then, you and the council must notify the tribune to bring him down to you on the pretext that you want to make a more thorough examination of his case, and that we are ready to do away with him before he arrives.' Now the son of Paul's sister heard about ambush. So he went and gained entrance to the barracks and told Paul. Paul called one of the centurions and said, 'Take this young man to the tribune, for he has something to report to him.' So he took him, brought him to the tribune and said, 'The prisoner Paul called me and asked me to bring this young man to you. He has something to tell you.' The tribune took him by the hand, drew him aside privately, and asked, 'What is it that you have to report to me?' He answered, 'The Jews have agreed to ask you to bring Paul down to the council tomorrow, as though they were going to inquire more thoroughly into his case. But do not be persuaded by them, for more than 40 of their men are lying in ambush for him. They have bound themselves by an oath, neither to eat nor drink until they kill Paul. They are ready now and are waiting for your consent.' So the tribune dismissed the young man, ordering him, 'Tell no one that you have informed me of this.'" Verse 23. "Then he summoned 2 of the centurions and said, 'Get ready to leave by 9 o'clock tonight for Caesarea, with 200 soldiers, 70 horsemen, and 200 spearmen.'" Verse 24. "Also provide mounts for Paul to ride, and take him safely to Felix the governor." This is the word of the Lord. Today, I want to repeat again, our topic for today's prayer meeting is deliverance from the scheme of men. In the scripture, this is not the only place where we have read about men's conspiracy about someone. It happened in the life of Joseph in Genesis, when his siblings conspired even to kill his destiny, to kill him before destiny. Again, people conspired against Daniel one time, and so on and so forth. But for today's prayer meeting, we want to use the story of Apostle Paul, even as we study the scriptures, for us to pray. In this particular passage, the high priest was there, and Paul described his high priest as the white wall. He was the one that earlier commanded Paul to be smitten in verses 2 and 3 of this passage. Before we started to read from verse 11, in verses 2 and 3, this same priest had commanded that Paul be beaten, be smitten, and Paul called him a white wall. A white wall because of his position as the priest. How could he do that? But again, when we started from that verse 11 here, we saw that a group of people, the Bible says 40 of them, they came together, they conspired to kill Paul's life. They conspired to end his life. They conspired to end his destiny. When we ask questions, what has he done to them? Are they justified to conspire against his destiny? Even for whatever reason he might have offended them, do they have that grace? They have that reason even to end his life? 40 of them, not only in their conspiracy, decided to kill him. They even come together. They held a meeting. They took a note that, yes, we will all do this project of killing Paul's life. And they decided not to eat nor drink. I can imagine why some people will decide to go in fasting because they want to end someone's life. They decided to go in fasting.